There are so many incorrect stereotypes of people who sew. I'm Jennifer Moore, and in this edition of the Sewing Report, we are clearing those up. In the few years I've been sewing and quilting, I've had people ask me all kinds of questions or make assumptions about me that are just not true. Now, this list is not scientific anyway. These are just situations that I've run into since I've started sewing. So number one, yes, the demographic does tend to skew upward, but you do meet plenty of people in their 20s and 30s who sew and quilt. They are out there. So you can't just assume it's just your grandma or just your mom who sews. Sometimes it can be your friend or your coworker. So just keep that in mind. No, just because I sew clothing doesn't mean that I quilt, do needlework, crocheting, knitting, or alterations. There are so many different forms of sewing, and each one is a completely different skill set. So just because someone does one type of sewing does not mean that they know or are interested in all of them. It's just not the case. Yes, there are people who have an Etsy shop and sell sewn items, but for just as many of those people, there is an entirely different group that don't sell anything they make because it is difficult to sell things and get a price that's fair for your time and your labor. One of the most surprising things I found out when I started sewing and quilting was just the vast array of fabric that's available. Just like how there's designer clothing labels, there are designer fabric labels. There's Michael Miller, there's Robert Kaufman, there's Cotton and Steel. There's so much out there and so much that you can't actually get at like Joann's or Walmart or Hobby Lobby. There are so many other different types of lines out there, and they don't always sell them at those big box stores. Sometimes they're only sold at high quality quilt shops or in online stores. So there is a lot out there, and so much more than you even realize. It is far from a casual hobby. If you sew or quilt, you know it's likened more to being in like a motorcycle gang or a cult. Sewing and quilting is not a hobby, it is a lifestyle choice, and I will stand behind that because I'm completely obsessed. So you're not just in it a little bit, you're in it a lot. Once you go down that hole, it's like a rabbit hole. You just can't get out of it, and you just keep getting sucked deeper and deeper and deeper into the sewing and quilting world. So those are 5 stereotypes that I've run into as a sewist and a quilter. What are some others that you may have run into when you're talking to people who are unfamiliar? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos just like this. I'm Jennifer Moore for the Sewing Report.